The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, was founded in 1949. Its purpose was clear: to counter the threat posed by the Soviet Union. But today, NATO has a bigger threat. It's not Russia, it's not China, it's a founding member of NATO. I'm talking about Donald Trump's America. And the question we are asking tonight: will Trump kill NATO? The flashpoint is an island called Greenland. Trump wants it, but it's not for sale. So he's threatening to take it by force. We've been telling you about it. Greenland is part of Denmark, but it runs as an autonomous territory, meaning it is self-ruled. It has its own government and its own parliament. It takes care of itself, and it has not bothered anyone yet. But Donald Trump does not care about any of that. He invaded Venezuela and abducted their president, and now he's emboldened. He has a hit list of countries or places that he wants, and Greenland is on that list.
We'll worry about Greenland in about 2 months. Let's talk about Greenland in 20 days. By the way, I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you.
I think it's a big one.
You know what Denmark did recently to boost up security in Greenland? They added one more dog sled. It's true. They thought that was a great move.
Trump's aides have echoed this statement. I'm talking about Stephen Miller. He's a top aide to the US president. Miller says the government believes that Greenland should be part of the United States. But Greenland does not want to be part of the United States. They have said it many times over. So will the US fight for it? Will the US fight for Greenland? Miller says it won't come to that because, according to him, nobody will resist. He says no country will fight the United States for the future of Greenland. Listen to this.
Greenland should be part of the U.S. By what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland? The U.S. is the power of NATO. Nobody is going to fight the U.S. militarily over the future of Greenland.
Of course, Denmark has slammed all of this. Their Prime Minister is Mette Frederiksen. She says any attack on Greenland would mean the end of NATO.
The American president should be taken seriously when he says that he wants Greenland. But I also want to make it clear that if the United States chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops. That is, including our NATO, and thus the security that has been provided since the end of the Second World War.
Denmark is a member of the NATO, just like the United States. So what happens if one NATO country invades another? What are the rules for that? Don't hold your breath for an answer. I don't think they know it themselves. Meanwhile, Europe too has issued a statement. It's a joint statement by the leaders of the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain and Denmark. And they make 3 key points in this long statement. 1, Greenland belongs to its people. 2, only Denmark and Greenland can decide its future. And 3, Arctic security must be collective and international law must be respected. Now you would think, wow, look at Europe taking a stand. But then you read this part. The United States is an essential partner in this endeavor. As a NATO ally, and through the defense agreement between the Kingdom of Denmark and the United States of 1951. 7 countries, 1 statement, 0 spine. And let's be honest, this was not diplomacy, this was submission. You have the US president openly threatening Greenland. You have his top aides saying no one will fight back. And this is Europe's grand response? A politely worded surrender note? The Denmark Prime Minister is right when she says an American invasion of Greenland will spell the end of NATO because legally, NATO's charter is clear. When one member is attacked, all others must defend it. So here's the billion-dollar question. If the US attacks, who will come to Denmark's rescue? Germany says NATO will respond.
And as far as Greenland is concerned, I can only say that Greenland, like the Faroe Islands, is part of the Danish kingdom. And since Denmark is a member of NATO, Greenland will in principle also have to be defended by NATO. And if there are further requirements to strengthen defense efforts with regard to Greenland, then we will have to discuss this together within the framework of the alliance.
So will it be everyone except Washington? Or is Washington going to show up as both the bully and the bodyguard? Also, do remember, the US is not just another NATO member. The US is the military backbone of this alliance. In 2024, NATO's total defense budget was around $1.47 trillion, and the US share alone was around $967 billion. That is 66% of NATO's firepower coming from one country, the same country that is now threatening another member. So NATO was built to stop an empire, and now it is hostage to another. This is the biggest test in the military alliance's history. If NATO survives Donald Trump, it will have to reinvent itself. If it does not, history won't blame the Arctic cold. It will blame the allies who stayed silent. Also, guess who's having the last laugh here? Russian President Vladimir Putin. This was an alliance built to contain his country. Now it is just entertaining him.
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.